streets in LA got a problem out here. The streets in LA got a problem. The streets in LA are fine. Just a very dark pit that goes on for a very, very long time.
Look how deep that is.
The streets are fine.
I would not be parking near that.
Nothing bad will happen. The streets are fine.
Welcome to Suno V5.5.
Finley's shadow. Okay. Turn to the side. Turn to the side more. Look at me.
Yeah.
Why?
Look like
What
E.T.
is happening? I don't get it. Are you an alien?
Yeah.
I look just like the shadow of E.T.
Can somebody explain to me what is going on out here with these animals? It seems like a pigeon is building a nest for the cat and its kittens. What is going on out here, guys? Because they seem to be working together more than us. Not only that, guys, a rat is chasing a bird. They seem to be playing. Something is going on, dogs. Not only that, guys, turkeys are chasing dogs. What is happening, guys? It's over. It's over. Now, I'm not sure if this pigeon was building a nest next to the cat, but cats don't chill with birds. Something is going on out here, guys, and I don't have the answers to it. Not only that, guys, the birds are supposed to eat the rats, right? Remember how that used to go? Not anymore. The rats are chasing the birds. They're playing freeze tag. Something is up, guys. I never seen a dog scared of a turkey. The dog is running from the turkey or whatever that thing is, a geese, who knows, right? The dog is running. It's over, bro. Now just playing on, guys. Entertainment purposes only. The animal kingdom is getting along. Now all we gotta focus on is us getting along. I don't know what's going on out here. Let me know if you know what's going on out here. I'm out.
We are walking right into a full-scale race war, and not just in America. And that's not even the craziest part. Now people are already starting to come out and say, oh, it's a psyop, it's a psyop. We'll get to that in just 1 minute. Even in Ireland, we had this guy trying to remove a different person's head. And of course, now the threats are starting to come out.
I'm so proud of y'all for that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all. Oh, my only problem is it should happen more.
Collin County, Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Irvin, Dalworth, Plano, Denton, Keller. It ain't safe for none of you white folks to come out this weekend.
We got crosses going up in flames, people trying to fight everyone in the parking lot, random people getting hit for staying on the side of the road. Remember what you saw at the beginning of the video? That beautiful sky? Just so happened when that whole thing, that whole verdict, all that stuff was going on, the sky was just looking so beautiful in so many different places. I mean, really, how does it get like this right here? Completely 1000% unrelated from all the violence that we're seeing right this very minute. And now people are coming out saying it's a psyop, that it's fake, that it's not real. Y'all, what happened is very, very real. But you need to know how these people play their cards. They will let no tragedy go to waste ever. And really weird, like a month ago, I got this really weird gut feeling that there's gonna be some kind of race conflict, like a great race war. And completely unrelated, what does the Bible say? That'll be like in the days of Noah, right? Where mankind's hearts were continually cold and evil regardless. No good thoughts ever, always evil, hardened, and very cruel. Let no tragedy go to waste.
To you white boys.
Alright, I don't want to see any racist comments in the comment section. If I see any, they're getting deleted. And I just want to say this. This is what I talk about when like people don't have a mind of their own. And they just want to go with the crowd and with what the crowd is thinking. And I've noticed, because I see a lot of videos as I'm looking on Facebook and TikTok, and I notice a lot of things. I notice there's people on both sides, and there's a lot of profiles now egging it on. And if you realize, how come these videos where they're talking about doing stuff to other races, how come these videos don't get taken down? It's because they want them up, and they want people to see this. And I've noticed a lot of AI accounts doing stuff to try to egg people on both sides. I don't know. Just people need to sit back and just look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody's energy. They're trying to get just people in general need to quit letting them have so much power over you.
Believe that Carmelo Anthony was a crisis actor. No. It's something much deeper going on. And if you really pay attention, are starting to
In general, they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody's energy. They're trying to get just people in general need to quit letting them have so much power over you.
So now people are starting to believe that Carmelo Anthony was a crisis actor. No. It's something much deeper going on. And if you really pay attention, you will notice these type of events take place every year around the same time. These people are not crisis actors. This whole damn world is just a stage. So was he a crisis actor? No. But the people that control this world are using these events to make shit happen. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Everything in this world is really black and white. Duality. Black and white. Duality. The first thing they did was make this shit racial. So black people are arguing with white people, which represents the referee that wear the black stripes, white stripes. When he blow the whistle, all this shit stops. Remember, it's a system. So who the hell is the whistle? It's 2026 and we still falling for the white people, black people, white people. Maybe someone is pushing our buttons or our keys to make us react a certain way. This shit will keep happening over and over because we don't understand black, white. What just happened with these two people? It was a sacrifice and a ritual. The people that control this world, they are using black people energy and white people energy for a ritual for the summer solstice. This is an energy harvest. Let's go down a little bit. The winter solstice is all about the triumph of light over darkness. The triumph, light over darkness. The sun is light, the moon is dark. There is no such thing as black people or white people, just darkness and light. Please pay attention to the money that was raised. $634,000. 6 plus 3 plus 4, number 13, which is connected to the 13 lunar cycles. And this starts in December around winter solstice. The reason why the elites keep doing this shit over and over, because they understand it's a time loop. These people are not crisis actors, not at all. But the people that control this world, they are. I just want to say rest in peace to this young boy and free this young boy. Because so many people get caught up in their emotions, they just act. And when they do shit, it's consequences for it. And the black and white matrix love when you do dumb shit. Don't act sometimes. Just think. Control your emotions. Check out my ebook, link in the bio.
I agree. I think there's a lot of energy harvesting going on right now. Just look at what's going on in America. You got the FIFA World Cup, that UFC 250 Freedom event at the White House, the New York Knicks win the NBA Finals, and it's going crazy over there. Like, that's a lot of major events all happening at the same time, and that's not even counting everything on top of that. They just got everybody fighting right now. Just getting everybody's energy.
I need your help with this. If I'm over exaggerating or going crazy, please let me know. But doesn't this look really familiar? What you're looking at is the United States of America. This is the opening ceremony for the World Cup here in Los Angeles. Some people will say, well, that's an L and an A over America. But the way that these lines intersect remind me so much of the total eclipses that I covered intensively. Doesn't that very much look like this? Or am I tripping? I mean, when we look at this,
Kinda does.
it's almost at the same exact locations as the paths of the solar eclipses. But also, when I look at this image, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Does that look like a dragon within the blue? Or is that pareidolia? Because right here I see two eyes, and right here is a mouth. Over my head it's an eye and another eye. And this nose right here. Do you guys see that? And why is the whole United States covered in blue with what looks like waves? Is that supposed to be water? I mean, we see the blue and red people down here with a golden person in the middle. What do you guys think that means? And what are these things supposed to be? They look like buildings falling. And these floating islands or floating people, floating ships. What do you guys think all of this means? Let me know in the comments. Am I just reading too much into this? Or should I get my tinfoil hat ready?
If the prediction that Brazilian psychic made about what's going to happen on June 24th in Miami at the World Cup is true, then they ain't playing fair. The psychic from Brazil that has been accurate with a lot of her predictions is doubling down on what she predicted to happen. She claims that on June 24th in Miami at a large sporting event, a mothership is going to appear. And for the first time in history, we're going to witness this. And this mothership that appears, she's saying that this mothership is going to take 700 people. You heard what I just said? She said we're going to watch 700 people, including players on the field, go up into the air. Now, you know how some psychics say they're not 100% sure that their prediction is going to happen. She doubled down on hers. She said that she believes that everything that she's saying is going to happen. She said that this is going to be the moment right here when people are disclosed about aliens, about interdimensional beings, about UAPs, about UFOs. She's saying that that time is about to come. Now, if you jump down that rabbit hole and you do your own research, what movie did Steven Spielberg put out today? Disclosure Day, right? And that lines up with what this lady is saying. Now, I'm not saying that this is true. What I'm saying is she believes it's true. What I will say is jump down another rabbit hole. Search Brazil. See about all the things that's been happening in Brazil. And then come back and tell me what you saw. Pay attention.
So I saw Disclosure Day last night. I'm not going to give anything away about the film, but I do want to talk about it. I did connect some dots, and I want to kind of navigate this in a way that doesn't tell you anything about the film, but also gives you something to think about before you go in. So, first of all, opening weekend is this weekend, right? The film technically opens today. There's also something else happening this weekend on the White House lawn. And I just thought it was kind of strange then that the film opens with a pro wrestling match. It could have opened with anything. It really didn't have any context in the grand scheme of the film. It just served a purpose as a setting for kind of launching this series of events. And it feels to me like there's a possibility that this weekend at the White House lawn could be also doing the same thing. The next thing I want to talk about is the name of this structure, because they're nicknaming this the Claw. And the president said that maybe he'll leave it up indefinitely. A lot of people thought he was just joking. I'm not so sure. But when have we heard the term the Claw referenced before? If you're my age, you remember the Claw distinctly as this.
The Claw.
Claw is our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
And I just think it's kind of funny that it's little green men talking about the Claw. All right, whatever. Maybe it's a stretch. The next thing I want to talk about, which may be completely irrelevant to this, but is very timely, is James Franco's explosion on the internet. Because over the last week and a half, suddenly he's all over TikTok saying nothing, but getting a lot of engagement. And it seems to me that he is in the process of his own disclosure. Like he knows something that he really feels compelled to share with people, but at the same time is scared to or doesn't know if he can. The way that he's behaving is very odd. It could very well be just acting and promoting a film, but he insists and his friends insist that that's not the case. So we'll have to see what happens there. And what I think stands out to me the most with regards to James Franco is this, where he references a specific number, insisting that he's not AI, and that specific number references another kid's film with monsters and aliens.
George and I are like brothers. 2319! We have a 2319!
Red alert.
Now, if you feel I've already said too much about Disclosure Day because of the opening scene, you should stop watching because I'm going to say one more thing here, okay? But the film references Hansel and Gretel a couple of times. And the way it does that seems a little odd to me. Like, again, sort of like the wrestling match, it doesn't have a specific place in the film necessarily beyond the meaning built into Hansel and Gretel, and that is the laying of breadcrumbs. Why that stands out to me is last year I felt compelled, or maybe it was the year before now. No, it was last year. I felt compelled to watch iRobot. And Will Smith's character in that film multiple times references Hansel and Gretel and talks about the breadcrumbs. And so I don't know why those things seem to connect, but they're leaving breadcrumbs, and I can't help but notice that.
I mean, just think about that. I did not know that the Disclosure Day movie started with that wrestling event. So imagine you're watching that movie, you go home, and after you go home, the real movie started at that UFC event, and things are just about to start getting weirder from there. I think things are about to start getting pretty weird, but I mean, hey, what are you going to do about it?
This is a FIFA commercial, a game where people kick a ball through a net. And they're mocking us the whole time. Check this out. Tell me if you don't get the symbolism on this one. The serpent was more subtle than any creature in the garden. The FIFA World Cup comes first. Wow. This place is crazy, guys. Unbelievable.
You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die.
That's a...
Oh, shut up!
Who animated
Silly woman,
that?
said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
These are the three individuals going down the manhole in New York. Again, I can do this because they allow me to do this. So far, I can only do photos, so it took me a while. As soon as they allow me to do video, game on. Again, just like the birds and anything else, these are holographic projections. They're avatars. Underneath that is mechanical. I showed you that in the last video. There's a mechanical structure. Over that, they project. Right now, they're projecting a human. All they're doing is going down in there because they have to upgrade the mechanical part. Apparently, it makes a lot of noise. They're going down there. This is the third dimension and the fourth dimension merging. This is what I'm showing you. Even the car is part of the entire thing. Now, this is them. So all you're seeing, they don't look like that. I'll show you what they look like. They're close. That's close. What's happening? I'm just showing you the transition right there. They are going to reach down. There's a whole bunch of devices. I showed you some of these devices before, but all they're doing is they're touching the ground with that device and they're opening. It's sort of like a portal, okay? That's all I know.
Anybody know how he's doing that? And why is it in black and white? That's what I want to know.
Welcome back to another episode of If I Go Missing, You Know Why. Today I'm going to continue forward with where I left off yesterday, telling you things that are happening in our oceans right now that your government is completely leaving you in the dark over. Over the past couple of days, I've been telling you some very important things about the Devil's Triangle, otherwise known as the Dragon's Triangle, or also known as the Pacific's Bermuda Triangle. I also shared with you in this same area the Godzilla Megamulium, which is literally named after Godzilla, and it names every single body part from top to bottom, such as the leg ridge, tail rise, east leg ridge, west hip bone rise, north tail rise, hip bone rise, etc., etc., etc. I also told you the importance of Fukushima and its radiation leak right there in the same exact area. But the things I'm going to tell you today should truly knock your socks off. As you know, I told you the importance of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and them literally killing hundreds and thousands of civilians compared to a handful of military personnel. I also shared with you guys the importance of knowing that Godzilla itself was created in the middle of all this and was named after a real-life event of Lucky Dragon number 5 and the Bikini Atoll Proving Ground bombing. But I want to tell you this. Around the same time, the Devil's Triangle began to truly get its name. Because between 1950 and 1954, several Japanese fishing and cargo vessels, as well as military aircraft, were lost in that very area, leading the Japanese government to temporarily declare it a danger zone, hence the Dragon Sea. While some attributes this to the paranormal activity of electromagnetic anomalies, fun fact, according to movies and folklore, when an electromagnetic field is caused and opened randomly and cause a disruption in your magnetic poles, a portal's been opened. And fun fact, one of the most famous losses is the Lucky Dragon number 5 I was telling you about. That happened right in the middle of all of it in 1952. But that ain't nothing. Listen to everything that I'm about to present to you if you think a coincidence is truly a coincidence. According to ancient Japanese legends, in the year 1000 BC, there was a dragon who lived off the coast of Japan, so it was called the Dragon Triangle. This dragon can spray fire like volcanic eruptions. When there were boats crossing the sea, the dragon sank and killed the sailors. That's the legend. Well, guess what happened literally in 1945 on the dot? In 1945, the U.S. Navy Special Fleet of 200 fighters was swept off the deck in aircraft carrier, and 765 sailors died and went missing in that same area called the Devil's Sea. 1952, Japanese government dispatched number 5, Kaomaru, which means Lucky Dragon, and you have 31 crew to explore the mysteries in the sea, and they left without ever coming back. And where did they go? The Devil's Triangle. And then check out this sighting in 1957 in the Dragon's Triangle. You have a captain and sailor suddenly see two objects glistening with silver light with wings more than 10 meters in diameter, like disc metal falling from the sky and falling right into the water not far from the ship. Following that on the sea suddenly was a big wave. Then by 1981, you have this ship off the coast of the East China Sea, same area, that was discovered a circular object with a diameter of about 200 meters. Blue light from the sea flashed up, making the sea rise. Once again, fun fact, Godzilla flashes a blue light of plasma radiation from his mouth. So does Leviathan in your Bible. Flashes lightning from its mouth. But I think this one's pretty crazy here. Look, by 1980, you have this ship, which is the largest ship of the British. And it's even dubbed the unsinkable ship. Well, that ship went missing without a trace in the Devil's Triangle when carrying 160,000 tons of iron ore from Canada to Kawasaki, Japan. But guess what's happening right now, April 20th of 2026? Japan is assessing sub-sea threat landscape, and they are doing some pretty crazy things about it. Check this out. So, last year, you have Japan launching their private Japanese observing satellite, and